It's Quark Beats time, feel the vibe. Ideas that lift, sparks unite. Like, share, subscribe, don't think twice. You can't deny, let's amplify. Join the beat, it's time to Quark Beat. Join the beat, it's time to Quark Beat. It's time to Quark Beat.
Hello and welcome to Quark Beat. We're here at our Centre for Teaching and Learning at quarkbeat.com. This article is entitled Adjusted for Underreporting, an estimated 85% of HIV-positive Australians experience domestic violence. For more information, go to the HIV Consumer Alliance of WA, which is at Consumer Alliance of WA on Facebook. I would just like to make the following statement that I believe that 85% is a conservative estimate. Every single HIV positive person that I know has experienced violence of some form or another, whether it is in the transmission or later living in a community that is traumatized and under-supported. There's also a huge bullying culture in the HIV community. One of the things that organisations do is they target people, especially conservative people, and they do public humiliation rituals. And because there's no mechanisms to rein in these behaviours, the bullies are able to reign supreme. That's why you'll find that grassroots independent HIV positive people will not attend AIDS establishment events in Western Australia. So HIV and domestic violence, the hidden crises. Estimated percentage of domestic violence among HIV positive people. Domestic violence disproportionately affects people living with HIV, driven by stigma, social isolation and the trauma of transmission, often linked to sexual assault, rape or deception. Globally, HIV-positive individuals face heightened domestic violence risk due to fear of status disclosure and societal judgment, which traps them in abusive relationships. In Australia, where 28,000 people live with HIV, so 10% women, 90% men, predominantly gay bisexual men, the prevalence is alarmingly high. Adjusted for underreporting, an estimated 85% of HIV-positive Australians experience domestic violence, reflecting the compounded vulnerabilities of stigma and gender power imbalances. For HIV-positive women, studies indicate 70 to 90% experience intimate partner violence, often post-diagnosis due to stigma and economic dependence. HIV-positive men, particularly gay bisexual men, face similar rates, 80 to 85%, with underreporting masking the crises. Only 2.8% of male victims report to police, suggesting the true prevalence nears 85%. In Australia, the lack of domestic violence data and empathy for victims from AIDS organisations exacerbates this hidden epidemic, as stigma discourages reporting, with services managed by feminist models of care that are overtly unwelcoming of male victims. The trauma that is often associated with HIV infection and diagnosis, frequently involving non-disclosure, coercion, meth-based sexual assault and discrimination, which further elevates the domestic violence risk for people living with HIV/AIDS. This crisis demands urgent action. Health agencies must end the cover-up, fund support services for men and address stigma to help HIV-positive individuals affected by domestic violence, sexual assault and compromised health from living with HIV/AIDS. By reforming politicised, ideologically driven healthcare services, ending the cover-ups and acknowledging the near-universal domestic violence risk for people living with HIV/AIDS, Australia can drive policy change while delivering justice for the victims of neglect and serious crimes. Male victims of domestic violence need help too. Here are a list of references. There's 5 references and further reading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would recommend that you come here and read these articles yourself. Make sure you read our article entitled A New HIV Deal for WA. This is a collaboration between 5 community-based organisations led by OPI Perth and the HIV Consumer Alliance of WA. This calls for a new Perth sexual health clinic and community hub and the merger of the bloodborne virus sector for a better future. We also need a mandatory complaints resolution organisation that can protect the interests of people in the medical and NGO healthcare sector. All of these NGOs are unregulated and they're controlled by politically far left extremist groups, and it is a concern that these groups have toxic cultures and bullying does occur, which has serious health consequences. So go to the HIV Consumer Alliance on Facebook and go to the HIV Consumer Alliance of WA's YouTube channel, and the links will be on the screen. Come to our website and buy us a coffee. You can see the icon in purple down below. You can see it pop up there now. It helps to keep our work free, and it's a good way to support community initiatives like this. We appreciate everyone who watches our videos. Please like, share and subscribe. We're at QuarkBeat on Facebook, at Real QuarkBeat on X.com, at Real QuarkBeat on YouTube, QuarkBeat on Rumble, Leaving Sugar Mountain on BitChute, and follow at James Rendell 17, which is my personal X.com account, to keep up to date with all the latest news and views. It doesn't cost anything to share, and it helps us with the censorship regime. Isn't it funny how it's far left extremists who are calling people Nazis when the truth is it's the far left extremists that are pushing for censorship? Funny how that works. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
It's Quark Beats time, feel the vibe. Ideas that lift, sparks unite. Like, share, subscribe, don't think twice. You can't deny, let's amplify. Join the beat, it's time to Quark Beat. Join the beat, it's time to Quark Beat.
It's time to Quark Beat.